Hello friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about an unexpected confession from one of the public's most beloved actors, Yaman. In a sincere and unfiltered conversation, he opened up for the first time about his family and his relationship with Demet Özdemir. With a nostalgic gaze, Can spoke of his mother as his emotional refuge and his father, with whom he had differences but who eventually respected his choices. Yet, the most touching moment came when he spoke about Demet, not with sadness, but with a blend of love, respect, and gratitude. According to him, their relationship wasn't a coincidence, but a genuine connection born from simple moments, cooking together in pajamas or walking aimlessly on Sundays. Though he never believed in fairy tales, she made him question that. But not everything was easy. Constant media pressure and rumors took a toll. Every gesture was scrutinized, every word dissected. And even though love was still there, they reached a point where they could no longer pretend everything was fine. It wasn't a hateful breakup, but a mature farewell. They chose silence to protect what was left. Can described it as one of the bravest decisions of his life. His family, especially his mother and a close uncle, helped him stay grounded during the chaos. Despite the end, Can holds no grudges. He still feels deep affection for Demet, and if life ever brings them together again, he would greet her with a smile. He learned that love also means knowing when to let go. Today, he's focused on his career and doesn't rule out marriage again one day, but without rush, letting fate decide. His words were not a justification, but a human moment far from the character he plays on screen. He spoke as a man who loved, who fell, and who learned. And that in this world of appearances is an act of courage. But over time, something else has become clear. Demet has also learned to use silence. Throughout the whole story with Yaman, her former co-star, and according to rumors partner, she stayed cold, almost distant. When Can faced harsh criticism and public backlash, she said nothing. Not a word to defend him, not a message to calm an audience demanding answers. And for many, that silence spoke louder than any statement. Was it indifference, strategy, or simply self-protection? Everyone has their version, but undeniably that silence left a mark. Some say Demet shows two sides, sweet and charming in public, yet more calculated behind the scenes. I won't judge, but actions or inaction often speak louder than words. Certain attitudes raised more questions. Subtle remarks about Can, suspiciously similar to criticisms from other celebrities or media outlets, almost like a shared script. One wonders, why echo those words? What does Demet gain? Maybe just publicity. But then, where is the emotional honesty she once stood for? Still, beyond the rumors, Demet has every right to move on with her life. Her current relationship with Çağatay Ulusoy has been interpreted in many ways. True love for some, strategy for others. But clearly, the way she handled her past has left wounds among her audience. Because the public isn't naive. They observe, remember, compare. And when someone once seen as genuine begins to seem evasive, skepticism is natural. Even so, we cannot deny that Demet is truly talented. And maybe that's the most frustrating part, seeing a brilliant actress clouded by doubts born of how she manages human connections. Because professional success is often tied to the emotional bond a public figure creates with their followers. People don't just watch a star on screen, they follow what that person represents off screen. And there perhaps Demet has left a void. I don't write this to discredit her, but as a sincere reflection. Maybe she still has time to show her most authentic side, the one many still remember fondly. Because fame is fleeting, but respect can last. And sometimes all it takes is a genuine gesture, a timely word, or even an unspoken but understood apology. Demet Özdemir remains a strong, admired figure, but she's also a woman who has lost some of that connection with fans who once felt close to her. Maybe now the challenge isn't landing more magazine covers, it's regaining trust. Not from the whole world, but from those who still believe there's a real person behind the actress. And beyond the criticism, one can also see a woman who has stayed true to herself, refusing to bend to industry pressures. Many admire her for standing her ground, for defending her beliefs, and that too deserves respect. Demet Özdemir remains a strong figure, admired by millions. But she's also a woman who has lost some connection with the part of the public that once felt close to her. Maybe the challenge now isn't to get more contracts or magazine covers, but to regain trust, not from the whole world, but from those who still believe that behind the actress, there's a person capable of looking people in the eye with sincerity. Still, there are those who criticize her not just for her history with Can, but for her personal life choices. Some comments, like those saying she had a relationship with Can and now she's with Özge Gürel, "Salla senulontes komdun," suggest some sort of rivalry or conflict among the women around her, especially when comparisons are made between their relationships and the loyalty Demet has shown toward her ex. The presence of Özge Gürel in Can's life, even after his breakup with Demet, continues to spark speculation and, for some, reveals contradictions in Demet's intentions. One of the harshest observations targets Demet's public image. Many of her followers see her as a woman who smiles through adversity, something that can be seen as strength, but also as a mask hiding the pain or insecurity in her personal life. Still, it's important to note that while the comments may seem harsh, the criticism also stems from admiration for her work and her courage to keep going despite adversity. Her life, like that of many public figures, is under constant scrutiny, and people tend to project their expectations onto her happiness and well-being.